Good evening. Rotterdam this morning. 1 dead, 6 hurt after a blast at a petroleum terminal. The cause is not yet known. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Ebola outbreak has passed 4,000 cases.
Health officials say the virus may be mutating.
Some days the news is what broke. Some days it is what continues.
Nigeria's women's football team will not be going to next year's World Cup in Brazil. The Super Falcons lost to South Africa 2-1 in Casablanca on Thursday. That result knocked them out of qualifying. South Africa now goes through to the Interconfederation playoff preliminary round. They'll need to win that to reach the tournament proper. The match was played in Morocco. Nigeria had been hoping to qualify for their 4th consecutive Women's World Cup. Instead, it's their neighbours who advance. Vanguard reported this. The opposition party says the Attorney General can be trusted to investigate bribery allegations in an energy deal. The NDC is pushing back against criticism from the NPP. Theophilus Dzimga is on the NDC communications team. He says concerns about Attorney General Dominic Ian's credibility are baseless. The NPP had claimed Ian cannot independently investigate the latest allegations. Those allegations involve bribery in the AKSA energy deal. Dzimga rejected that position. The dispute centers on whether the Attorney General can conduct an impartial probe into the matter. MyJoyOnline reported this. A blast at a petroleum storage facility has killed 1 person and injured 6 others. It happened at the port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Dutch officials confirmed the death and the number of wounded following what they called a tragic incident at the site. Rotterdam is one of Europe's largest ports and handles huge volumes of oil and gas shipments. The facility was being used to store petroleum products when the explosion occurred. Sky News reported this. A search is underway in bushland southwest of Sydney for a missing hiker. 18-year-old Lily Hooper disappeared while walking alone in Natai National Park. The Australian Defence Force has now joined the operation to find her. Miss Hooper was bushwalking by herself when contact was lost. The defence personnel are working alongside other search teams in the national park. ABC Australia just reported this. Thousands of people have been killed by earthquakes this year. Colombia, Venezuela, and Mindanao have all been hit by powerful tremors in 2026. 6 major earthquakes have struck so far. The death toll varies widely between them. How strong the quake measures is not the only thing that determines how many people die. Other factors play a role in turning an earthquake into a disaster. The pattern shows that magnitude alone does not tell the full story of what makes these events so deadly. DW World reported this.
6 earthquakes this year, thousands dead. The ground does not care about preparedness, but preparedness cares about the dead.
A dog in California has been put down after biting several people. The case went to the Supreme Court. It did not save him.
A dog in California has been put down despite efforts to save it that went all the way to the Supreme Court. Bruce was a 3-year-old mixed breed. He was part Great Pyrenees and part German Shepherd. Authorities euthanized him because of several biting incidents. The case had reached the nation's highest court, but that wasn't enough to prevent his death. Bruce's owners had been fighting to keep him alive through the legal system. The Supreme Court involvement shows how far some pet owners will go to save their animals, even when those animals have attacked people. Independent reported this. Cuba is marking what would have been Fidel Castro's 100th birthday. The island nation has invited foreign communist dignitaries to join the celebrations. But the timing is awkward. Cuba is in the grip of economic collapse right now. Castro's legacy on the island looks very different from the revolutionary vision he once promised. The contrast is stark. Party officials are celebrating while ordinary Cubans face deepening hardship. Castro led the country for nearly half a century before handing power to his brother. He died 8 years ago. The birthday events highlight how Cuba's leadership still clings to the symbolism of the revolution even as the system Castro built struggles to survive. WSJ World reported this. Football's governing body is facing fresh turmoil. The Football Association of Ireland has withdrawn its support for Gianni Infantino. He's the head of FIFA, which runs the sport worldwide. The Irish decision comes as a crisis continues to engulf the organisation, but the Republic's neighbours in Northern Ireland have not followed suit. Their football association is still backing Infantino. The split between the two Irish bodies is unusual. They often coordinate on matters affecting the game across the island. This time they've gone separate ways. The wider crisis at FIFA shows no sign of ending. The Irish withdrawal adds to the pressure on Infantino's leadership. Independent Football reported this. Virgin Galactic is asking the public to choose a name for its newest spaceship. The company has put forward 4 options for its new Delta-class vehicle. They are Horizon, Explorer, Ascend, and Aperon. The ship will carry the designation VSS, whichever name wins. Virgin Galactic operates commercial space tourism flights, taking paying passengers to the edge of space and back. The Delta class represents a new generation of spacecraft for the company. Ars Technica reported this. The Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo has now passed 4,000 cases. Health officials say the virus may be mutating. In response, the World Health Organization is planning a major escalation of its efforts. Teams will go door-to-door searching for patients who may have the disease. The outbreak in the DRC is one of the largest on record. Any mutation of the virus could make it harder to contain and potentially change how it spreads. Guardian World reported this.